Hey, everybody, I'm Tommy, and you're on the boat. What's happening? You are on the lifeboat. Rolling Stone, good to see you. Squirrel Girl, what's happening? DS Kitty, good to see you. Miss Sunrise Dawn is here. Jason P. Charlie Mullins again, good to see you. Charlie Sandy Wendy, what's happening? Yadira, good to see you. Miss G. Drayston, glad you're here. Krista Melinda, I live for now. Coach Lisa, Jane Aldrich, Anna Banana, how are you? Mo Love, glad you're here. Ann from Massachusetts, what's up? What's up? What's up? Squirrel Girl, good to see you. Mile High Hokey is here. Snake is here. I love it. I've got the crew. Cindy Switzer. Hello from Nebraska. I've never said hello to you, Cindy Switzer. Welcome to the boat. Glad you're here. There's Lisa Trimble. How are you, Lisa? Sassy Savage. What's happening? I live for now in Wilford Brimley. Lady Hawk. Whirlwind. We're killing it. Seventh. Good to see you. Crystal Primo. How are you? Yorkie Mom. Good to see you. Elizabeth Frazier. Florence Southard. Yorkie Mom. I think I said that. We'll double back. I think I missed somebody. Joni Allen. What's happening, Joni? Helena. Flock of Swan Boats. Brooke. Mama D. Sarah Bowman. Iced Out. Stray. Kim is Blue. Chow Yun Smut. What's up, Cricket? Kelly. Good to see you. Rachel Roca. How are you? Riley's Human is here. Mayor's Girl. What's up? What's up? West Coast Fancy Nancy. Robin W. Tired for me? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Jane McLemmon, good to see you. It puts the like button in the basket. I love it. Does so whenever it is told. Darcy, what's up? Goosebump 801. Shelly Kelly is here. Good to see you, Shelly Kelly. Mrs. G. V. McWilliams. You know something? This is awesome. Analytical Blarney is here. Love Mama Bear. Boy, we're cooking with gas. Rick Spicer, what's happening? Brewsty. Mandy Albert. What's up, Mandy Albert? Boy, we're close. I'm almost to the bottom of this puppy. I'm never this. I'm doing all right. Carry on. Good to see you just as I am. Glad you're here. Flamin' Jackson, I love you, my brother. Tabby is Irish. Good to see you, Tabby. Glad that you're here. There's Holly C. Good to see you, Holly C. All right, people. This has been a day, man. I'm going to talk about, hey, Nick, what's up, Nick? Glad you're here. You know what? Today's the longest day I've had on YouTube since the 24-hour live feed. For real. Hey, Trisha Briggs, Quibs and I did a Zoom call today for some people from her channel. Some of the members from the channel, and we did about 4 hours. It was a really, really long call. Catherine B., good to see you. It was also one of the most incredible experiences of my life. Stacy Z from South Carolina. Stacy Zuber back again. Just changed my name to be a little bit more incognito. Well, we'll tell you what, we'll take care of that. You were incognito until 2 seconds ago. Now we all know. I'm sorry, but it's good to see you. Glad that you're here. Shannon Smith, how are you? Glad you're here, Shannon. I've never done one of these things, right? And I said to Quibs before we did it, hey, Carol Ann, I said, what's this like? And she said, you know, there'll be a couple of moments that are heavy. You know, people share some really heavy stuff, but you'll laugh the entire time. It's really, really funny, and it's very light. This was not light. It really wasn't. I mean, we had a couple of laughs, but this was some of the just some really intense connection. No other way to say it, man. There's no other way to say it. It was a bizarre amount of connection. And here's the thing, people. I quit the lifeboat a while ago, right? Most of you know this. And then I came back, you know, after a while because it was because I wasn't particularly happy without doing this. And it's been such a great thing to come back. It really has. And it's been it's been so different this time back, right? But the biggest reason I quit is because I forget shit. Just keeping it real, right? I forget things, and I forget people I'm talking to, and I forget things I say I'll do and stuff like that. And, you know, it scares me. It scares me because we do some really heavy stuff, and I work with people that are hurting and people that really need help. And if someone falls between the crack because my brain is shutting down, it's a bummer. That's heavy shit. And I wrestle with that big time. And since coming back, Spanx does so much to keep me from having to do a lot of the stuff that I was, stuff that was falling between the cracks because of where I'm at. My son is my son is pulling so much slack that way that it's really made it a whole lot easier on me. And why am I saying all this? Because when I backed away from the boat, I did a lot less one-on-one stuff with people, and I do a lot of email, and I do a lot of text and stuff like that. I don't spend a lot of time anymore talking to people, and I really don't spend any time FaceTiming and things like that. And it's primarily because I don't want to let people down, right? But today, there were so many people that I've been talking to in chats for a long time who had a chance to come together, and I got the chance to see people's faces, and they all had a chance to say really, really beautiful things. And it's an intense thing. I say it all the time. It's a really intense thing if somebody says the channel really helps me, right? It's going to sound messed up. I don't know. There's nothing I've ever done in my life that feels better than that. And I don't know what that says about me, but there's nothing in my life. There's never been anything. And maybe that's really messed up, but love doesn't feel like that. It's just something very different. And I say it's my drug of choice almost, I say it tongue in cheek, but it's not. It really is. That's my buzz. And today that was a buzz like I've never felt. That was 4 hours of the most unbelievably intense emotion. God help us. I never saw that coming. And it was just beautiful. For the people who missed it, you know what? I don't know that we could I don't know how many more people could have fit on that. I don't. It's an amazing thing that just happened, honest to God. But for those who were there, thank you for the things that were said, and for people who talked about some of the just the most intense and personal things. It makes me want to continue to do this more than I can explain. Hey, Angie Mo, Rolling Stone, Rick Spicer, good to see you. It really makes me want to keep doing this. And I know right at the end of the last feed we just did, somebody said, I'm really disappointed because I've been trying to get a hold of you or whatever. And I don't know if they were talking to me. Like, I read the comment and I don't have any idea if it was me. I don't know if it was me or if it's Quibs, and it's terrifying. Right. So, and I got to get on the boat, right? I got to go live right now. And it's like, my journals are right over there. And I just want to tear through them and see if I messed up. And it's a bummer. It really is. That's such a shitty feeling. I can't explain it. Shauna B, good to see you. But everybody today made me forget that I'm forgetting shit. I don't know how else to say that. Be Harding, good to see you. Honestly, I think that's the best way I can say it. But that today, I wasn't feeling any of that, man. LeBone's Creations, I'm glad you're here. It was so amazing today to feel all the love and not feel anything. I didn't care. I didn't care if I'm in decline. And that's something. It really is. We know this about you. No one cares. We love you for who you are and not where your brain is at currently. You know what? I love you. I really do. Thank you, Analytical Blarney. You mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to this channel. You damn right, Goosebump. Mo, you hearing this? Honestly, I can't say that better. Mo, I encourage you to read the things that people in the chat say. I can talk to you about this until I'm blue in the face. But do you know something? You're not going to hear it. And I'm not being that disrespectful. Here's why you're not going to hear it. I could talk to you about drugs till the end of time if people listen to me, right? Because I'm speaking from a place of authority. I spent a lot of time there, right? Listen to people who have spent a lot of time where you are, right? I have not been there. I don't mind running and helping people who are there, but I don't know what it feels like, right? I spent a couple of months with my girl, watching her go through the end of this shit, right? In a bad situation. But I don't know what she was going through. Even watching it, I don't know. I can't, it's not something I can understand. And I hope that makes sense because this group thing really works, right? Because you know that people know exactly what you're talking about. There's none of that, oh, people who are terminally ill. I've watched people terminally ill and have people go up, go, oh, I know what you're going through. My uncle has this. What? No, you don't know what they're going through, right? They have an end of life diagnosis. You don't know what they're going through because somebody you know got sick, right? We say things sometimes as people we don't put a lot of thought into, right? You know who doesn't say shit like that? People with end of life diagnoses. You understand what I'm saying? People who have suffered through assault of any kind, SA or otherwise, heal the fastest when they're surrounded by people and they can talk to people who know exactly what that feels like because you don't have to waste your time trying to explain the unexplainable. So I would encourage you to listen to everybody in the chat today because there will be a wealth. Sadly, there'll be a wealth of knowledge about this. Sadly, there's a shitload of women here that can tell you exactly what this feels like. And that sucks. But it's the truth. It's the truth. And as a guy running this channel, I don't feel like my voice is probably the one you ought to be listening to the most on this. Other than to say that I care about you and I don't want to see you put yourself or to continue in a situation that is that can end up with you hurt badly. Because that these things, I can't tell you how often I've worked with people who say, yeah, he doesn't do this that often, or he'll never get to that level. And I'm here to tell you that there are very few people out there that thought, oh, guaranteed this is going to happen, right? People tend to believe that it's not going to happen to them, but you really do have to make sure that you're not the problem. I promise you're not the problem. Thank you, Allison Metcalf Palumbo. Sassy Savage, that's a great way to put it. Comment. Because of you is the best feeling and pushes you because you're doing something right. It's an amazing thing. And I'll tell you, I talked about this last night. I'm proofreading the book, right? Proofreading's the wrong way to put it. Other people are proofreading the book. I'm reading the book, right? I'm reading the book to say if there's anything that seems that the sequences are off or whatever. Because sometimes, like my brother wasn't in prison, right? So there are things that he had to write about that was me, relaying this to him. So I've been going through a lot of that, and it's maybe it's just been dragging my ass through my past, right? Because it has been viciously dragging me through my past. But today was like, man, oh man, I was like sitting in a bathtub, like sitting in a bathtub of lovely, of just emotion, and it was like, being surrounded. It was a beautiful thing. Tampa B said life altering afternoon. It really and truthfully was. It really truthfully was. Yeah, you know what? It's okay. I feel like Lucy from 51st Dates. Yeah, you know something? Yeah, I don't know if you were just on the I almost called it the related boat on Colts and Crims. I don't know if you were just on Colts and Crims, but routinely, and Quibbs is good about it. She really is, but very often, it's a situation where she'll say, "We did this, right?" or "We talked about this," and I got nothing. Sadly, I have nothing, and that's and this is why this is so much fun for me. You understand how much fun this is for me because I come on and I talk about things that are rote. I talk about things that are so important to me that I've been talking about for so long that they're not really going away, right? They're not dipping. Sadly, some of the relationship stuff is because I just can't seem to bring stuff in to my dome the way I used to. But this part of it is I can't tell you how much fun this is for me. I really can't. I'm having more fun doing this right now than I did even in the beginning. When I realized, because when I started this, I didn't give a shit if anybody ever watched. I'm not kidding. There's no other way to say it. I didn't care. We if 6 people watched, we thought we were killing it. If 6 people got together to say they wanted to live a better life, we figured, holy crap, 6, right? So I don't know. Right from the very beginning, we were too stupid to care if this thing ever got to get off the ground and take off. When it started to, it was fun, but nothing like it is now, honestly. And I think a lot of it, hey, Yadira, a lot of it is because of the people that are here now. Um, Mo love. Okay. This is it. This is really important. Uh, if you reach out, right? Um, he looks at the history in the computer. Use your phone. I'm hoping you got a phone. Use a phone and crank an email off to me and just tell me what part of the country you're at and everything else, and I can plug you into the resources that you need. I promise you. We've done this with people a lot over the time that we've been a lifeboat. There are a bunch of people out there that help people in the situation you're in. I mean, a bunch. Thank God, but they're really this is something that the resources are there. You just have to reach out, Mo. You do. You could skip me and do it in your phone. I promise. If you just look for women's resources in your town, guaranteed you're going to find it. If you can't and you're struggling, reach out, please. Dee Dee Razzle Dazzle. Oh man, I love that. I really do. I love that. Uh, I'll tell you what. This Not in a very long time have I entertained any thought like that. I haven't. Thank God, right? I have not. And I hope that we're here forever for anybody that starts feeling that way. But I'll tell you something. Um, the change for me in my life with that and with those feelings and all that came down to connection. That's no joke. The times in my life when I didn't want to be on this plane anymore, right? When I wanted to go to the other side, it was because I had withdrawn completely from society. I mean, I might have known 70 people, but every one of them were drug addicts. And the only time I ever saw them is when we were meeting somewhere to pick up dope. And we would go off in different directions. And if it was a long ride home, I might go to the person's house to fix. So I didn't have to be sick for an hour home or whatever. But I didn't hang out with people. You know, I had one friend, right, that I really truthfully cared about. Everybody else were just people that I knew. And uh, I think that connection is the most important thing on earth. I really do. And I didn't start out to do have a connection channel, right? But watching what this does for people is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I feel welcome. I participate when I have something positive to say. I think a lot. This family is incredible, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Well, we're really happy to have you a part of it. Honest to God. Take your own medicine, Tommy. You know what, Mama D? I am actually. Um, Honestly, the this is today's been a day. We did 4 hours and then two. And I'll be honest with my 6 hours is a long time to do YouTube these days. The 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 24-hour one that I did with Johnny. I think if I ever do one of those again, I can't. I get really punchy, and the Punchy used to be really funny. Now when I get there, it's not as humorous, and sometimes it gets a little sad. But I probably will not do one of the 24-hour feeds again. That was really something. But this has been probably the most productive 6 hours I've spent in a really really long time. Yeah, Allison Metcalf Palumbo. Again, this is really great stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, you know what? If it's coming off like I'm being hard on myself, I swear to God, I'm not. I'm 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 honestly pretty happy where I'm at. I really am. I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. Thank you. Tabby is Irish. I really appreciate that. Goosebump has other great advice. Mo love public libraries. Yep, have free computer access. I've never been anywhere that does not. And then you're not on the hook for people looking at what you're doing. Also, I mean, if you have a cell phone and you can get away from the cat, you can clear the history on your phone, right? You can clear all that off. You just got to make sure you do that. Do make sure you're protecting yourself because situations like that are, yeah, you know. Kathy, great to see you. Love Kathy. Wrenches, can you put a link up to Kathy's page? Kathy's music chills me out like you wouldn't believe. I was listening to you day before yesterday, Kathy. I was listening to you in the afternoon. I actually fell asleep listening to you. I really dig music, and I think there was a time in my life when I was really young. I was super, super into it, and then I kind of, I don't know, got away from it. Probably had a lot to do with dope, but music has been such a big part of my life since I got sober. Really has been an incredible part of my life, and I'm happy to have it back. You know, it's really weird too. I've been listening to music recently, and if you've been on the boat a long time, this will probably scare the hell out of you, but it shouldn't. I've talked about at length that there's music I can't listen to because of how badly it triggers me, and I'm just not having that problem. It was really odd. I heard a song that I run from. I mean, run from every time it comes on because all it does is make me think about dope, and it makes me think about dope to a level that's uncomfortable. And I found myself in a store where it was being played, right? Like if I'm in my car, just flip it off. If I'm in in the house, I just walk out of the room, whatever. And I was in a big ass store. It was going to take me a good minute to get out of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. As I started to do my normal shuffle toward the door, kind of a thing, I, I found myself not all that worked up about it, and ended up hanging out in there and hearing the rest of the song. And I don't know, it was a very weird experience for me because it's the album is Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses, and it was such a dope anthem, right? Everything on that album is about heroin, but people who used, especially at that time, it was just that everywhere I went for probably a decade, every junkie had that on. It was just one of those things that was ubiquitous. Like if it was you were anywhere, it was on. And since getting sober, it's one of those things I cannot listen to. And I've heard 3 or 4 Guns N' Roses songs in the last 2 weeks and just didn't give a shit. I don't know what that says, but I'm kind of happy about it. AB says, I just lost one of my best friends at someone else's actual hand. No one deserves that. It's senseless. And all of you, brave for speaking out and or getting out. Don't diminish what you've been through. God help us. If that isn't uh, honestly one of the most important things anyone can say, right? Um, this is huge. Yeah, it is a hard way. I feel like that's exactly what it is. Kristen Melinda, glad you're here. I really am. Saw a great she was on with Bacon Bits Ben Turner the other day. They're a lot of fun to watch together. They really are. You have major short-term memory loss too. It's tough to hear about things I was present for and now I swear never happened. Yeah, this is something I'm going through a lot. And I'll tell you something else that is really a bummer, man. Um, I'll tell you something else that's really a bummer is that it's well, hey everybody. Sorry. I mean it. West Coast Fancy Nancy, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. After midnight, your son will have 1 week clean. Kathy, how great is that? How fantastic is that? I could not be any happier for you or for your son. That's uh that's an absolutely beautiful thing. It really is. And I will continue to keep Marks in my thoughts and prayers. And I hope everyone else will. Well, not a fanatic. Hold on a sec. Here, let me do this. Sorry. Last time, Tommy, I asked you to email me for several weeks. Several times I caught you on a live. You promised that was about 2 weeks ago. Took a while to trust you, and I was not a huge fan. Not a fanatic, but it took a while to trust you. Did you dodge this request in Crim and Proper for not going to beg, but super duper disappointed? Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all, Trish. I really don't. Um, and I apologize. Uh, I'm going to. I'll go back and read and try to figure out exactly what I was doing, Trish, and then see if we can't get that knocked out. All right. So, yeah, kind of what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? It's kind of what I'm getting at. It's, it's uh, it's been a long day. It really has. It's been a beautiful friggin' day, but it's been a really long day, and I'm gonna call it a day. Sorry. I'd like to. I like to go an hour. I can't do it tonight. All right. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Between now and then, reach out and try to save somebody. All right. Have a good night.